Ready. Thank you so much. I had an issue. Let me make sure Jerome Cousins ain't on the curtain. I I what am I saying? I clicked to come in, well, to start, and it told me to change the orientation. And when I scheduled this live, I did schedule it for horizontal, but somehow it was back to vertical. So that's why I'm a minute late. So I'm going to put some paint on the face and do the intro, and that'll give some more people time to come in. And then we will discuss what it is that we're going to do tonight for this live. Brows are already done, of course, with the Fenty Brow Pencil. We're going to take, of course, excuse me, the Fenty primer. Still trying to finish up this little mini one. I did finish the mini foundation, shade 335. The Fenty foundation. You see my face? This rash is not clearing up. My last dermatology appointment, she did schedule me for a month follow-up, and so I do already have another appointment because I'm just like, this is just crazy. Hey, Tanya, I was wondering who that was here. Thank you for being here. We're going to use the Sigma Soft Collection F08 brush, which I love, which is the same shape as the Ulta one. And I did look on Ulta because I was going to get some more of these, like at least 2 more. This is the Precision Foundation number 12 brush. It's not on a website anymore. And so I did find it on Macari, and she had a set of 4 brushes, and 2 were this brush. So I asked, would she sell this to? She said yes. And so I asked her, you know, would she sell them for such and such price? I have not heard back from her, so I guess that's a no, because these are very inexpensive. But so anyway, I love the shape of it. So when these go on a larger sale, the Sigma ones, I will be getting those again. So I'm going to do the intro for those who will catch the replay. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self and not feel like you can't be yourself, or, you know, what are they going to think? Are they going to like me? You know, be your authentic self and let your personality shine through. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool or a certain technique. I don't know, Tanya. Probably not. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool or a certain technique or even a certain brand. Like, use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you like it, because the bottom line here is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. For the new people that will be watching the replay, I do curse sometimes because I curse sometimes, period. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I did just eat my lunch like 30 minutes ago, and I was trying not to eat too fast. So whatever that organism is, it may, you know, want to be seen. And I'm exhausted, so I did have a couple sips of Mountain Dew. So probably in like 20 minutes, I'll be like, ah! So Tanya, I think I'm gonna put some more of this on because we use both of those pumps, and we are scraping. And I'm looking at this. You can still see the rash on my chin. You can still see the couple hives I had over here. There's a hive right here on my eyelid. I'm going to say eyelash. On my eyelid. So, and then this is still red. So I think this brush eats foundation, because the 2 pumps, I still have a little bit left on the palette, and I scrape just to use it. But with this Sigma brush, there is nothing, and I'm like, I need more. Even my under eye area is kind of like, but then too, my lighting is always funky during lives anyway. So I did like half a pump. So I did see the new foundation, Tanya, and it does say luminous hydrating, and I was wondering, like, why luminous hydrating when she had a hydrating one? And then I don't know if it was her or somebody on her team in one of their videos. The new one is to replace the hydrating one she had out before. Because I'm like, why does she keep coming out with like all these foundations, and she has the skin tint? But because it's supposed to replace the hydrating one, I'm like, oh, okay. Because some people do want hydrating. But it does say it has a soft luminous something or other, but it's supposed to be matte but luminous. So I'm like, huh? But I don't think I'm gonna try it because I'm just really happy with this one. And so I'm like, why, mess with something else? And even when I think of other foundations, like I do want to try House Labs, but I'm loving, the Fenty, I'm loving the Estee Lauder, I'm loving the Pat. I'm like, so let me just, stay with that. But one day, maybe I'll try the House Labs. But I think this is better. Excuse me. I know y'all heard that one. So I never even tried the skin tint, and I hadn't tried the House Labs one, and I keep saying I'll go to Sephora and get a sample, but I just never did. And I think it's because every time I think about it, I'm like, I have 3 foundations I love. And the only one open right now is the Fenty one, and so it wouldn't make sense right now. No, I did open did I open the Estee Lauder one? Yeah, because the nozzle looks like I used it. So this one is open too, so I need to start making sure I rotate that one. I did not open up the new Pat one yet. Yes, I did, because there's a date on here. What? I opened this in March. I need to start rotating these and stop using the Fenty. So I don't plan to. And I keep saying I'm going to try the Eavesdrop. Fashion Fair said it loose powder and truly tawny, but I haven't even tried the Eavesdrop from Fenty. I don't know. And then 2, I forgot to put on concealer. Damn it. Estee Lauder has a deal on a double wear. You get a blush, serum, and primer with the purchase of the foundation. And I don't think I've ever tried their primer or their blushes for that matter. I tried the foundation and that was it. It's something about, I don't know if it's the packaging or just how stuff looks, but it's not really appealing to me. Like, I don't even, I was going to get a blush down at the CCO or the CCS, but it was only the refill. So I'm like, I don't have the component to put it in. But for $52, the foundation by itself is like 40 something. And so getting the brush and a serum and the primer, that's a good deal, I think. Because that's like $9 more than the price of the foundation. I think the foundation is $43. I want to put concealer on, but I already put on, powder. Shoot. So maybe one day. I still kind of do want to put on concealer just to see what would happen, put it over powder. Because my under eyes is looking dark. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my bronzers and all that and put on Radiant Light because that'll help camouflage my under eye area. I do not like the lighting in my lives. One day maybe I'll get House Labs Deep Level 10. Maybe one day. Ooh, I think I might have put a little too much. One day I'll get box lights, even though I know I don't have space for it to store it. And I know I'm not going to want to tuck it away somewhere and pull it out every time I sit here because I do a video like almost every day. So, I don't know. I'm going to think of something. It'd be nice if I can get something and just kind of like hang from the ceiling somewhere. And I do have hooks on the ceiling like for other purposes that we're not going to talk about in this video. But, oh, and I got stuff going on. But so I'm kind of just stalling to see when people get here. Hey, Popcorn, thank you. Before we get into what we're going to get into, because y'all know I always got questions. Yeah, so I keep wanting to try the Eavesdrop because I do like Fenty complexion products. Well, the foundation. And I remember when I used to use their loose powders too. But I just haven't. And being a conscientious consumer and not just getting stuff just to be like, oh, it's new, let me try it. And I talked before about, budgeting, starting a budget and all of that. So I look at that too, like, like I don't need it, even though I don't think makeup is a need. I do just think it's a want. But it's like, I have enough complexion products, but I do still want more. Why is that looking? You know what? This is rosy. That's why. I'm going to say, why does my nose look red now? But I do want more of the House Labs highlighters, even though I already have 3. This is medium level 7. So we'll see if a few more people show up. I see somebody else just came in because I have a question to ask. Because I have an idea for tonight, but then there's something else I want to do too. And we could fit them both in. So I'm waiting for a few more people so I can ask and see what is said. And so if no one else comes in, I'll just ask and it'll just be us. So we're going to just pick up a blush at random. Pomelo Peach. Yeah, it was a to be determined because there's one more thing that the members had previously voted for. And so I was going to do that. But then I'm like, something else is kind of like got me excited to try. Hey, Nina, how are you? You be everywhere. I be seeing you commenting under other people's videos. You are a trooper. You and Tanya. It's good to see you. And so we'll see what happens. And I may just have to make a decision. So how would y'all, how's the temperature where you guys are? Why was it 91 degrees? The weather channel said 91 degrees today, but when I was in my car, it said 89. Why was it 89 degrees today? And yesterday, was it yesterday? A couple nights ago, it was Sunday morning when I came in from, it is about engagement. And I appreciate that you know that because some people, they show up and then they may just watch part of the video or because there's always more views than comments. And so I'm like, where the people at? I mean, views do help too, don't get me wrong. But, I do like the engagement and to talk to people and the chit chat and to hear their thoughts and, well, to read their thoughts in the comment section and to answer back. But so I do appreciate it. Engagement means a lot. And for me, it helps keep me going. Because even though I'm sitting here home by myself, I'm like, I don't feel alone because my peoples is here. You am still team replay. Replay crew be pumping. I don't mind replay crew at all. I'm going to pick a highlighter at random. Raw Amber. I'm thinking I should have used something different with this blush. But there's something about picking stuff at random, and then when you see it, it's like, oh, well, we're going to make it work. What was I saying? Oh, it was Sunday morning, because Saturday night, I co-hosted an event, and it was from 8 p.m. Saturday night to 2 a.m. Thank you. I know, like it's there, but it's not because it blends in, but it gives like a nice shine. And the way I turn, you can see some copper, which is how it's described. And it seems to go with everything. Like there's some things I like it with more, but it always just goes. And I do want 3 more of the highlighters. The event was good, but Nina, it was so hard on my body. I don't know if you know, but I'm a disabled veteran. And so just moving around a lot. And I did a lot of driving that night. And my body was like, girl. And I'm feeling it today. That night I felt it. And Sunday, I was just a mess. And then today I got up earlier than usual because it looked like I'm almost hitting pan. This is the Hourglass Radiant Light. Look at it. Is that pan? Say it ain't so. You know what? It is. That looks like the mesh that's under the powder. Damn it. Oh, man. Oh, that helped from some angles. The event was good. But it was just hard for my body, and I'm still recuperating. I'm being up and out today. It was just, I did that video, the check-in, the 12-hour check-in when I got home. But that night, well, that morning, I had to put my heat on because it was cold, and that was Sunday morning, at like 3:30 in the morning, and Sunday morning around 3:30. And now here it is, like Monday, and I got the AC back on. I'm just like, there was like no spring. If this season is what it's going to stay as, this is summer. So it just went from like a couple spring days sprinkled in with fall, and now it was like 89 degrees today. And my AC is set. It was set on, I had it set on 75, but then I got chilly, so I put it on 77. I'm hoping I don't start to sweat. So we're going to take a little bit of Eternal Light. This is the one that made me toasty. So Yeah, we're going to just take a little bit on both sides, and we're going to sweep down here and sweep here, a little bit right here, and a little bit right there, and a little bit there. So that's all we're going to do. We're not going to do a whole lot all over the face because this makes me toasty. So, who all is here? I think I'm going to just have to make a decision. It's a struggle at your house. I wanted to be 76, be comfortable. At 84? Oh, no, ma'am. When I visited family in Texas, I'm going to put something under my eye. I'm almost done with this blue, y'all. Oh, my gosh. Let me see. We're going to take a purple NYX retractable eyeliner in deep purple for lower lash line. Thank you for the thumbs up. And we're going to take deep purple. We're going to put the blue away. And we're not going to use that one. Let me see. NYX retractable eyeliner in gypsy blue. I'm not going to recap the blue, Tanya, because these are all my eyeliners I have open. So even taking out the blue that's almost done, I'm like, I have way too many to just get another blue. And I don't have another deep blue, but I have enough. Like this, and I got two here that's not. Ooh, this is Stay the Night. I don't know if that's blue or what. Let me see. Because I have this ready to be open. These are both from MAC, and this one ready to be open. As long as you use them. Oh, this looks like a deep blue. But I'm not going to open that yet. So I'm just waiting with that one. And this one is graphic content, and it looks to be a purple. So we're going to put. Have you opened them though? Because if you open them, you got to use them before they go bad. The NYX ones, I think they're supposed to be good for 36 months. I'm like, that's a long ass time. But the ones I use most, they do get used up. So Nina, you're in the South. They're open and still thriving. Good. Where are you? What state are you in, Nina, if you don't mind saying? 84 is high. Ugh, I cannot. I was visiting, this was eons ago. I was visiting family in Dallas, Texas. And we were just sitting in the house. Oh, yeah, it gets hot. I have relatives down there too on my dad's side. I don't like the Sephora in the Kohl's. Kohl's is so, not far, but it's probably like maybe 25 minutes away, whereas Sephora is like less than 10 and Ulta's less than 10. It's more fun at Penny's. Yeah, I was kind of like, why'd they close it in Penny's? For here, it made sense because the Sephora here is in the mall and JCPenney's is in the mall. So I'm like, what? Yeah, I was visiting family in Texas. This was years and years ago. And we were just sitting in the house talking. And one of my cousins, his underarms was wet. The front of his shirt was wet. The back of his shirt was, and we were just sitting around just talking. And I'm like, and I'm sweat. I hate the sweat because it just feels gross to me. I'm like, we're just sitting here sweating. I was just like, this doesn't make sense to me. And so I asked my cousin's wife, Tanya, they did. I asked my cousin's wife, I said, do you guys have the AC on? And she's like, yeah, we keep it at 80. I said, oh, okay. And she said, well, I can turn it down so it'll kick on more. And I said, no, don't do it. I said, because I'm just visiting. And if that's what y'all normally do, just keep it that way. Because I don't want to, mess up, your budgeting or, your electric bill or whatever. And it pained me, sweatfully so, to say that because I was hot. And I do not like to be hot. But I was just like, damn, they keep it on 80? We just sitting around and everybody just sweating. Sitting still sweating. I'm like, that don't make no sense. And because I wasn't home, I had to be fully dressed. I'm like, this is friggin' nuts. Heating AC ain't gonna do much. Oh, goodness. It did not make sense to me, Nina. And one of my aunts, my grandmother's sister, when she lived in South Carolina, they had a double wide trailer. And this is when I was married to the second soon-to-be ex. Well, it wasn't soon because we were married like 6.5 years. And I think it was in the fall, and we were sweating, and I'm just like, damn, it's hot in here. And it was so hot that even taking a shower, it was hard to dry off to get dressed after the shower. And so I asked my aunt, I said, what do you have the temperature set on? Now, this is in the fall, so it should be kind of cool, right? She says, oh, I have it turned up on 82. And I'm like, oh. And she says, you want me to turn it more hotter? And I'm like, no, because actually it's too hot. I'm like, we're both just like really sweating. She's like, oh, I thought y'all wanted it warm. I don't know why the hell she thought that. So I said, well, and I said the same thing I told my cousin wife in Texas. I said, well, whatever you normally keep it on. She's like, oh, we normally keep it on like 70. And I'm like, yeah, 70's good. 70's good. So I'm like, why did the hell she have it all up? Y'all, I'm like, I don't understand. And the thing is, like, if you, I know, Zanya, right? If you're going to turn it, if you're going to make it warm for us, ask us if we want it warm. She's like, oh, I turned it up warmer for y'all. I'm like, we don't like it hot. She was like, oh, okay. We normally keep it at 70. And I'm like, 70's good. So then she turned it down. I'm just like, what the hell? Yeah, so ask your guests what they prefer. Don't just be doing stuff. So here's what I was going to ask. Yeah, we don't want to be sweaty. It was hard to even dry off enough to even get dressed because it's just everything was just sticking. Why y'all ain't telling me I forgot my chapstick? Cotton candy. No, it's not. It's candy cane. First one I touched. But it was awful. So here's what I was going to ask. The last thing that the members had voted for when I did the members poll, the last thing for me to do from the list was a graphic eyeliner look. And so I'm like, oh, that'd be nice and quick and easy. And I think, how long? We've been here 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. So we're going to stop waiting. But I also want to dig into the Grunge Life palette. I have not used it yet at all. And so I really want to dig into this palette. But I'm looking at it. I think if I do an ethereal look, which probably isn't likely with this palette unless I just kind of stay like right here. Graphic liner look might look better just on like, it is nice. It's called Grunge Life. I'm excited about it. It is pretty, Nina. And so, yeah, this row, the middle row. And so I want to do a look with it, but I also want to stay true to, I'm supposed to be doing it. So that's why it was to be determined, because I was going to ask when some of the members got here, but none of them ain't here yet. So I don't know. I'm thinking just do, because maybe I can just put this on the lid because it might, probably this one, because I do think this might show up darker than it is. Just put this all over the lid and then maybe top with one of these and then do graphic liner. But that's not going to satisfy me with using this palette because I really want to dig into this palette. And so, all right, we're just going to do a graphic liner look and then we're going to call it a night. I do need to sit down and recuperate. But I am going to bust out looks with this one. Tanya, you know I want to do all the things. And putting 2 shades on, that ain't going to satisfy me at all. Like, not at all. Not at all. Even though I do still want to. But we're just going to do a graphic line look real quick. We've been here like a little over 20 minutes already. And I know my lives be long. So I do want to put something on my lid, though, just to cover up this hive that's right there. So let me just prime the eye real quick. I don't have out any brushes or anything. I'm going to pull out some eyeliner brushes. So we're just going to do a few quick lines. And Locke reminded me before that I did a graphic liner look. And I was just like, and it wasn't intentional. And I did see the picture in my gallery of what she was talking about. I'm like, oh, yeah, that was nice. It was a nice look, too. But I do want to get in the habit of doing more things and trying more things, being more consistent with the things that I do try, including graphic liner. But I did learn through trial and error, I do like the graphic lines up here versus trying to do stuff underneath my eye. And so that's something I did learn through just experimenting with makeup, which is something I do encourage y'all to always do. You have a cousin in South Carolina, you're in North Carolina. I have yeah, two of my dad's sisters are in North Carolina. Listen to this, y'all. I was like, who the hell is he? One of my aunts down there, and they live like a couple blocks from each other. They've always been like really close. And so when one moved, it wasn't long before the other one moved, like 2 blocks away down there. And they're always back and forth at each other's houses. So my one aunt, she went through some relationship changes, and then her new dude, and they were together for a while. I'm on the phone with her one day, right? And she's like, "Oh, hold on for a minute, D." And I'm like, "Sure." She comes back on the phone. Check this out, y'all. She said, "Oh, he told me to tell you you're welcome to come down here anytime and visit." I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Does he know that I already know that because you're my aunt and I know I'm welcome in your house?" But deep down, I'm like, who the hell is he to invite me to her house? Like, dude, you just moved in. Like, like, what do y'all think about that? Like, him inviting me to come to her house, telling me I'm welcome to come down there anytime and stay. What y'all think about that? I thought that was weird as hell. How are you going to invite me to my aunt's house? We are blood relatives, dude. You just got here. And they did know each other from before. So it's one of them things where they knew each other when they were younger and then, go through life and then you meet up again later and it's like, hey, let's try this out. Down, but Tanya, it's not his house. How he inviting me to come to her? And when I said that to her, like, does he not know that I already know I'm invited at your house? Because you're my aunt? And she's like, yeah, I know, right? And so then I'm like, well, why did you even say that he said it? She's like, well, he said to tell you, so I told you. And I'm just like, both of you. And them two like to drive because he was in Jersey and like she would drive up there for a month. Well, like once every other month. He just moved in on Nina and he invited me to come there like that's his house. I was just like, dude, who are you? I'm gonna just take this light shade because I just picked it up first. This shade right here from Natasha Denona. This is the mini star palette. And I was like, so once every other month, she would drive up to Jersey. And that's like, what, 13-hour drive or something like that? I cannot drive that long. Even 10 minutes in my vehicle, which is comfortable. Yeah, my deed entitled. You're right. You said it, Tanya. You said it. They want to be claiming stuff. I mean, yeah, and I don't know if he had a house in Jersey or what. But he ended up moving down there with her. But every other month, she would drive up and see him. 10 minutes driving in my vehicle, which is comfortable for 10 minutes, my joint pain starts acting up. My knees, my hips, my back. And so me driving from Delaware down to North Carolina, like, that's not happening. If I was a passenger, yeah, because then I can, like, stretch out. But I'm like, I can't drive that far. And every other month, like, she would drive up there every other month. And then the opposite months, he would drive down there. So they were seeing each other, for long weekends, every other month. And then finally, they talked about it. He moved in and then eventually they got married. But I'm just like, this did what I thought. This is going to blend right in. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to just put this somewhere on the lid. I'm going to turn the brush over. I'm just like, the nerve. Yeah. And they knew each other from way back. So it was one of those reconnection type things. And that's what I kind of see happening, like people my age or older, because of course they're older than me. That's what I see, people my age and older. Yeah, we abandoned the grunge palette because I'm not going to be satisfied just using 2 shades. I know that I'm not. So we didn't abandon it. We just put it down again. And I've seen that a lot with people my age and older. Like when they find a partner, it's someone they knew from before, like when they were younger. And that gives me no hope because I don't know any of the people that I knew from back then. And I'm not in the same environment. She would still go to Jersey. Like, I don't go to Jersey. We put our bodies through so much in our 20. Now you're 43, can't be in the car for long. I cannot. And I'm almost 10 years older than you. I'm 54. So yeah. And so I'm like, damn, is there no hope for me? I still try to be hopeful. But, and even her sister, gotta wait till I'm 80 to find some little old man. Let me know if he got a brother when you find him, Tanya. Oh my goodness. And so I'm just like, man, because she would still, go visit Jersey and stuff. I don't even hang out in Jersey. Like, I do not go there at all anymore, like, period. So this is the eye look. We're going to put liner on our upper lash line, and I think we're going to do, excuse me, we're going to do Fortune only because that'll play off of this. And so it is going to be still a dark type eye look, and then we're going to figure out what liners we're going to use for our upper lash line. So, oh, not that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this brush because I'm going to use this brush because it's thinner. I was going to say I'll use the other one, even though it makes a thick line, but then if it's too thick, it'll transfer up here. Hey, Dawn, we're doing a graphic liner look. And so after this live, I'll change the title. And so I just put a matte shade all over from lash line to brow, and then I put a shimmer on the lid and into the transition area. Well, up to here like I normally do. Well, you can see where the shimmer is at. Hey, Heather. How you doing today? I be seeing your looks. Are you excited, Heather, for the new prompt for Creative Art with Heart? I think I know what I want to do, but how it's going to come out, I don't know. Single and happy. You know what? Having our own time and being able to dictate what we do at our own time, like being partnered is nice, and planning stuff with somebody else is nice. But then I'm like, I'm too comfortable. And some people say that's why people in middle age stay single, because they're too comfortable. And so, I mean, I am flexible, but also the thing is, everybody that gets older doesn't mature. And what happened with... Sorry to hear that, Dawn. What happened with... Wait a minute. What I miss? What happened with Dawn? I scrolled up, but I don't see anything that Dawn said. Oh, you know what, Heather, too? I sent it to Janessa, and I'm like, you got to do this. Janessa does such bold makeup. I'm like, these prompts are like made for her, and well, not made for her, but I easily see her fitting in her looks into these prompts because she does drag makeup anyway, so it's always like pow, you know what I'm saying? And so she said she has some ideas. What I was saying, Dawn, is Tanya wrote, sorry to hear that, Dawn. Her mom passed in 21, and so I thought you had put something that... Oh, Nina. Oh, okay, you meant Nina. Well, Dad is still here. Oh, I missed that part. Mom passed in 2002. Oh, man. That's hard. That is really hard. I hope you're doing okay. Even though that was 2 years ago. Like, there's no time limit on being at peace with, when people pass. So I hope you're doing okay, Nina. So I am excited for it. I like this. This could be my look. I feel like my throat wants to gurgle. I know, just a little tiny wing, right? This could be the look. So I do have an idea of what I want to do for the prompt. How it's executed, though, I don't know. I'm glad, Nina. That's really good to hear. So we're going to put that down. This was Fortune from Melt Cosmetics. This could be the look. The dark contrast against my skin tone is really nice. And I think that's why I like darker colors, because it's just like, hey, how y'all doing? I want to give up on this mascara so friggin' bad. I really do. Because I always see it on this eye. Wait a minute. I think one side I always see it, and the other side I don't. So, we're not going to use that. And I don't want to quit on it, but I want it to be seen. So we're going to use Max Stack because that's sitting right here. And I thought to put on Sills Boost Mascara Primer, but this has a lash serum in it that's supposed to help your lashes. And so I'm like, thank you, Heather. Oh, and do a black lip. This could be it. For real. And so I did think about putting this on there, but hey, Monique. But because this has a lash serum in it, I'm like, that don't seem like it should go. So we're going to use Max Stack. So it sounds like I'm giving up on that mascara. Because once I've been trying to hang with it, y'all, because I want to give stuff a chance. And it does say, you know, your lashes should be noticeably longer in 42 days. And it's been like, what, a week? That was the green one was the Queen Muzia one. Tanya, you were funny. You commented under the video when I did the demo and unboxed it. But I don't see no lengthening or volume. And you said they need to put the letters in a darker font, because this is where it says Queen Muzia 2035. But it's like in person, it's like where is that? But when I read your comment, I was cracking up. I'm like, I hope they see this. You know what? They did finally comment under that video, and they just put like 5 or 6 hearts or something. So I don't know if they actually watched it though. But yeah, that mascara, like this, you can see, not a lot because I have on a dark liner on my upper lash line. But that mascara. Hey Arlene, thank you for popping in. We're going to do a graphic liner look. It took me 20 minutes to decide that, because I was waiting for people to come here. And then I'm like, wait a minute, we've been here a minute. So even seeing these lashes up top, above the liner, you wouldn't even see that with that Queen Museum. I was just like, what is this? But I do like the brush though. Like this one does feel a little plasticky, but it's not uncomfortable. It doesn't feel weird. Because some mascara wands are awful. And so it wasn't noticeable. And see, look at this. You'll get ready with me with all things. I think I'm missing something. So we're gonna see, look, I do think these lashes are longer than this side, because even with the Queen Muzia, I can see some on this side and I see nothing over here. But this side, you can see a little bit on this side. But I think I'm gonna use bold colors, eyeliners, for the graphic lines we're gonna do up top. And we're just going to put some lines somewhere and hope the taper at the end to get your short lashes. Yeah, there's some that are almost pointed at the end, and those are really nice. Because that's my issue too. Like in here, and sometimes for up here, I have to kind of spike it. Because these little lashes in here sometimes curl under and they graze my eyeball. Which, it feels weird. A vampy burgundy lip would be nice too. Yes, and do we have one? If you would have said black, I would have been like, hell yeah. These are my liquid lips. I have a black and I have these. So I don't have a burgundy. This is a deep brown. It's called Black Cherry. This is called Deep Purple. These are the Sephora collection ones. The ones I was telling you about, Heather. The Sephora collection cream lip stain liquid lipsticks is what they're called. And this one is Dark Forest that I had on in that picture that you liked. But then I also have Caviar, which is black. I did throw away the Sephora black one because I was using it a lot, but then I also was like, do I need 2 black lipsticks open? So I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking Dark Forest again, but then I'm also thinking of black because y'all know me with a black lip. So we'll probably end up, yeah, we're going to do a black lip. I just decided. Even though we have all this green going on our lids. So maybe we should do Dark Forest again. But I just use that. We're going to use the Max Caviar. So for our upper lash, our lid, I'm thinking Kotura, because I want something that's going to show up against, well, it's going to show up against these shadows. This is probably the most simple look I've ever done. Like, this could be it. Just do lipstick, and this could be the look. This could really just be it. I have a yellow, but that's like really bold. We have a blue. Because if we're going to do graphic liner, y'all, it needs to show up, right? I have this purple. These are Inglots that I got from Amazon. We have a red. I don't think I'm going to do a red. Oh, we have a white. We're going to put a white somewhere. I liked in that other video where I winged out my liner a little bit more, and then I just put the white right on top. That was really pretty, but I didn't wing this out that far. But we'll keep out the white. I think I'm going to put this away. We're going to try and do a decent look, and y'all know. I don't know, Nina, because their website is still up. But it's just quicker and easier and cheaper. Because on their website, I think these are 22. And on Amazon, they range from like 14 to 18. And then with Amazon, too, you can get free shipping. And so I just get them from Amazon. And it does come in like an authentic Inglot box. And so these are from Inglot Cosmetics. So I don't know why they're on Amazon. So I'm trying to think. I don't know what I want to do. This shade is number 75. And it's a matte purple. And I have Macro Violet from MAC Fluid line. But it's a shimmer. And I wanted a matte purple. And sometimes I think of getting rid of the MAC one because I don't use it that often. So maybe just online presence for now. I don't know. And there was an Inglot store up on Garden State Parkway in Jersey. And when I was here in Delaware, I took a road trip, Nina. I'm like, I'm going to that damn store. I bought a ton of stuff too. And it was a it was a 3.5 hour drive. I felt like a crackhead. Who drives 3.5 hours to go to a cosmetic store? And the mall is huge. So I got in there, wandered around, got something for lunch, went to the Inglot store. I was in there forever because they have like the metal palettes and they have a lot of singles. And so you can just put you can make your palette on the palette. And then when you get the color story you want, because then I'm swatching everything. I was in there for hours because I'm like, I drove this far and I got to go home. Shit. And so once I got everything I wanted, I think I put together like 3 palettes and I put together like some mini palettes. Y'all, I was in... But it took me 3 hours to get home. And this is when I was younger, so I was able to drive that type of distance. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do. What color? This is the purple. I don't know. I'm getting quiet. Oh, this line is super thick. I wanted this to be like a decent look. Ah, shit. And we're going to put this line over here. I felt like a fiend. I'm like, who the hell drives this damn far? Because I kept seeing them online. And I'm like, I need to go in person to see what this stuff looks like. And to do swatches and all of that. And that's what I like about going to the MAC store. Because you can just take your time. But yeah, y'all, that was the whole day's journey. And I was in there for hours. And they just left me alone. If you need anything, let me know. I'm like, okay. I'm doing it asymmetrical on purpose because I know I'm not going to be able to get it symmetrical. Let me know. Listen, do y'all do graphic liner looks? That's what I would like to know. This ain't going to look right. Excuse me. I know y'all heard that one. This thing in my throat. This is number 87. Y'all, the PAO is 9 months and they do start to dry out at about 9 months. Actually, like about 8. And I do put the thing just in the cap like this when I'm using it. And then when I'm done, I tighten it back up. This is not no kind of look. And you know what it is? I do too much. Because the graphic liner looks that I see, it's just... I want this to be tapered, but I don't think it's going to be. A flat brush for more control. I only have one because I never use it. And this was one of the brushes that Grace has sent me. I never use it. My next flattest one is this one. And this is an Esom brush. Um, yeah, I just never use them because I'm not able to get into my inner corner to come in here to do liner. I love you having fun with face paint. It is so much fun, Monique. And I really don't be knowing, why is this a piece like just hanging? And I never really know like what it's going to come out as. Like I had no vision or idea like what I was going to do tonight. And so this is just really just playing in makeup. All right, let me look down here. I'm trying to use my camera as a mirror. And it wasn't working. See how this side tapered? That's what I wanted for here, but I don't know. I went the wrong way. You know what it is too? I like experimenting because this is how I learn. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I encourage y'all to play in makeup. So we did this here and over here. So we're kind of mirroring it or trying to on the opposite side. So this one here and this one. So it's kind of, that's what I'm telling myself. I should do a red. Let's do the red too. I don't know. Should I stick with just these two colors? Because I think if I add... Why does it sound like it's a... Sounds like it's raining like super hard. I'm going to just stick with these two. The front of the building is that way, and it sounds like rain is beating on the sides of the building. The hell? Should I do different colors or stick with these two colors? What do y'all say? Because I don't want it to look crazy. And y'all know I can do crazy very well. These two colors or pick something else as well. You know what? I think this might be too close to the purple we already have one. This is Phase from Lethal. I think that'll be too... It is different, but I think it might be too close. What is this? Midnight Snack. Fluid line from MAC. So it's a gray. What the hell are we going to do with this? Something. So I'm just swirling the brush inside. Thank you all for being here. Y'all my ride or dies. And I only have this little wing for this green right here. So I don't want to... This is a different texture than Inglot. Because y'all saw how the Inglot was like... This ain't doing that. And it doesn't feel dry. I don't know. So do any of y'all do graphic liner? I think that was you doing that said no. Heather, do you do graphic liner? Heather! We should do a collab for something. Since you do more videos now. I got like 4 collabs coming up this month, y'all. Well, no, one this month. Why is that a hook? Because that one's a hook. One, I think, airs actually tomorrow. And then I got 3 other collabs coming up. And I am so excited about all of them, like, for real. I just need my body to get right so I actually feel like sitting here and doing it. Because I really need to just be laying down. This is a different texture. The Inglot, the melt ones are the creamiest. The next creamiest are the Inglot. And then it's the fluid lines. And then paint pots are the most dry. Excuse me, because they're designed to be shadow bases. And so they should be a little dry. And I gotta get quiet so I can try and do a somewhat... That don't look right. Yo, I be killing myself and I'm just like, yeah, ooh. I be like, no. But it's how I learn. Just do it and see and then be like, nah, that ain't it. Because how am I going to know it ain't it unless I try it? This side, I kind of like it. So I think maybe I just went too far up. But then we do have this right there too. Why am I trying to be symmetrical when I started out doing stuff different ways? I don't know either, y'all. I don't know. I'm just doing a bunch of stuff. One day, I'm going to do a graphic liner look that I will be proud of. And not that I'm not proud of these because it is trying something new. But it's mid-70s. Heather, I'm in Delaware. It was 89 degrees today. I'm like, what the hell? Sunday morning when I came in, when I did that 12-hour check-in for that eye look, the third look with Unearthly Aura, I had to turn the heat on that night because it was cold. And then because I sleep in the morning, when the sun came up, it started getting hot. And I got up, I'm like, wait a minute. I turned the AC on, turned the heat off, and then turned the AC on. I'm like, what is happening? Global warming, yeah, you said it, Tanya. People don't believe it. The seasons have been changing for like the last 20 years. Because there used to be distinct seasons in a year. Spring, summer, fall, winter, right? And then winter got longer. So it turned into like 3 seasons. Like winter, a long spring with like a hot pocket of like 3 weeks when it was hot, and then it was fall. I mean, that's how it seemed to me. Let me know what y'all think. And then like the seasons is just changing. Like we don't have 4 distinct seasons anymore. When I lived in Texas, we only had 2 seasons. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, let me get back up on the East Coast. Mother Nature doesn't know what she want to do. I was going to say she's on her. Yeah, mother. Yeah, she's a woman. She. Yeah. Yeah, when I was in Texas, I'm like, let me move back. I know I got quiet. Move back where there's at least 3 seasons in a year. Because I couldn't deal, because it was either hot or cold. And there was a cold snap. I was in Fort Hood, which is in Killeen, Texas. 2 hours south of Dallas and like 2 hours north of San Antonio. And this one morning, I was late to formation. This is when I was in the military. Because I went outside. It was a sheet of ice over my car. I couldn't get my key in the lock. My car was froze over. And I'm like, who would have thunk it in Texas when it's 120 something degrees in the summer that I'm froze outside of my car in winter? I'm like, what the hell? And so I had to wait till, the sun came up, and it kind of, because formation was supposed to be at like 6 o'clock in the morning. But then I'm like, hell, if I'm going to be out there jogging and doing push-ups and shit, and this is ice everywhere. And so when I did manage to go in, it's warm here, but I'm not ready to turn. I had to, Tanya. It was hot in here. I was just like, what? I want to do something here, but I think that might be too much. And because I have hooded lids, I don't want to put anything like here because, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that. And damn it, that one's too close. That's all we're going to do with the white. But I want to do something else like here. But I'm trying to think of what color. Y'all, we are seriously just playing in makeup. We don't use 4 liners. We are going to take the red. So I'm trying to think of what will show up. The red is just... We're just going to take a black. I know y'all like, oh, Dion's using a black eyeliner. You still running the heat? You need to be 85 or above to be... You can have that, Heather. Because you're used to weather like here because you're from New York, right? I loved Brooklyn. I fell in love with Jamaican food. I studied for my undergrad on Long Island at Long Island University in Greenvale. And the RA, one day she was like, I'm going to go to Nakasaki's. You want anything? I'm like, what's at Nakasaki's? She's like, it's a Jamaican place. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, well, what do you want? I'll get it for you. I'm like, I don't know. I've never had it. She said, I'm going to get you a combo. I'm like, okay, cool. She came back. It was jerk chicken, oxtails, and curry goat. I've been in love with Jamaican food ever since. Oh my God. I'm like, where have I been? And when my mom came to visit me, this was probably back in like 1994, y'all. Oh my gosh, I can still taste it. And when my mom came to visit me, I'm like, we're gonna go to Nakasaki's. And she was just like, oh my God. I'm like, I know, right? The only thing I don't like is like if I look up and go like this kind of goes into my crease. But like this, I think it's okay. Like, it's a playful type look thing that we're doing. So it's not anything that I would do and go out. Unless I was going to an event, I would probably, I don't know. Knowing me, I would still do it. I got compliments on that third look I did with the Unearthly Aura palette. The event was an alien theme. So people were like, oh my gosh, I like your eyeshadow. So I did my usual, you should watch my makeup YouTube channel. And one person, she was like, well, what's your channel? So I pulled it up on my phone so she could see what it looked like, which it is my face. And she was like, oh my gosh, you're detailed. I'm looking at your video links and they're long. And she's like, you know what? She said, I'm going to look it up right now. So then she got on her phone and she's like, I just subscribed. I'm like, thank you. And I was thinking of having cards made because I do have cards, but it don't have my YouTube channel on it, or at least my YouTube name. Because every time somebody says, I like your makeup, you should watch my makeup YouTube channel. So this is the look. I'm wondering if yeah. We're going to, we're going to do a short white line. What y'all think it is? When I used to do underneath, it didn't look right to me. But I do want to do something. I know I got quiet. This is creamy. You saw that just spread? Oh man. Add some red liner. Get the red liners. And put it where? Under. Okay, Monique, we'll do it. Don't tell me. No, that don't look the same. I was gonna say, don't tell me it look the same, and it don't. Trying to make this thicker because this side is thicker. I like the hook on here, but this. Excuse me. I want to fill it in, but then it's going to look really thick. This white is the creamiest of them all, like for real, for real. Oh my God, I had a Walmart delivery and the contract driver left his barbershop. I'm telling yo, there ain't no shame. Y'all should watch my YouTube channel. And they know my name is Dion. I'm like, Dion Loves Makeup, Loves Luvs, because people always want to put regular loves. I'm like, nah, not that kind of love. Well, yeah, that kind of love, but all right, we're gonna go in red because somebody says so, Monique. This is number 79 from Inglot. I had one before and it did dry up on me, so this is my second one. And this one does feel drier than the other ones because y'all, the white one, maybe it seems drier because that white one is so freaking creamy. Monique, where are we gonna put it though? Monique. You done got it on my brush. Now you like, you don't know. I have to keep my home 85 all year. I can no 80's too warm for me. Like I can't do it. I cannot. I just don't like the sweat. All right, Monique, there you go. How's that? You got your red. That's all we're going to do. It's interesting. I will say that. We're going to wipe some of this off. Yes, the dot. Yep, you got a dot, Monique. I cannot do 80. Oh, my gosh, Heather. But let me ask you this. Is it a cool 85? Because, like, when I was in Hawaii, I tell people, if I were ever to be homeless, I would make my way to Hawaii. I really would. The weather there, it can be 80, but it's just, oh, thank you, Margot. How you doing today? The weather, oh my gosh, it is so nice. And I kept seeing these signs that said no camping on the beach. And so my friend, who was Hawaiian, so I had visited her and her sister because she lived in Delaware too, but her family is still over there. And I'm like, what's all these no camping on the beach signs? And she said, oh, because the homeless people live on the beach and they call it camping. And I did see campers on the beach and how they put up the tarps and they had clothes hanging up on the line. Zebra looked with a mosquito bite. Who, me? That's what I look like? I did cover up the thing on my eye with eyeshadow. And so, yeah, the weather there, even if it's 85 there, the breeze, it feels like it's like 76, 75. It is so nice. This is Caviar from Mac. So you're saying I look like a mosquito? A zebra with a mosquito bite? I love y'all because y'all be making me laugh. Hey, let me get this on. I gotta stop laughing. Because if I mess up with this is gonna be messed up because it ain't no coming back from this one. Unless I put gloss over it. I love this lipstick. It is expensive. It's expensive because everything has to get flown in because it's an island. Did y'all know there's over 200 Hawaiian islands? But some are so small that they're not inhabited though. Because we think of Hawaii, that's it, and maybe like Waikiki or somewhere like that. But there's like 200 islands. And I didn't know that. But it is very expensive. What was weird to me, I doubled it as a trip for school because this is when I was studying for my doctorate degree. American Psychological Association was having a conference down there. And my friend, my neighbor at the time in Dover, Delaware, she was visiting home. She still called that home. And I said, well, how about I ditch the last day of the conference and come stay where you are? Because she was staying at one of her sisters. She was like, yeah, sure. Y'all, I went to the conference 3 days and I ditched the last 4 days and I was staying at her sister's house with her. I said, I don't want to go where the tourists go. I want to go where y'all go. I want to eat where y'all eat. I want to do what y'all do. Because that's how you learn the culture, right? Don't do the touristy things. But what I was kind of like, what? Was in Honolulu, they have outlet stores. They had like Michael Kors, Donna Karan, I'm like not Fenty, but all these like huge names. And I'm like, why would you come here and shop when you can get it cheaper ordering online or from your own state? Because stuff in Hawaii is way more. Like if you get a Coach bag here for 200, it's going to be like 500 over there. I'm like, why would you come here and shop? You can get it cheaper at home. But anyway, it was weird to me. They had like a whole like outlet center and people were shopping. I'm like, where the hell y'all from? Mm-hmm. And then I thought, you had to fly here to get here, like on a plane. So how are you going to get all this shit back home? Unless you ship it home, which means you're paying more. You paid overpriced for it because you're in Hawaii, and then you got to pay to ship it home. So that did not make sense to me. It really didn't. You're going to go to Hawaii to shop. I had so much fun. I had shaved ice for the first time, and they were like, no, let's take Dion to such and such place. Shaved ice is like water ice, but it's a whole lot smoother. You put it in your mouth, it just melts. Oh my gosh. So they took me to the best place. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, so good. If you like Rita's, to me, it's better than Rita's. But when her family comes here, they're like, let's go to Rita's. And I'm like, but y'all got shaved ice. Oh, and the pineapple. Oh, and I went to the Dole Plantation. I felt some kind of way because it's called the Dole Plantation. But they had pineapple ice cream. It was so good. And you can't get it anywhere else but there. So if you see pineapple ice cream somewhere, it's not authentic pineapple ice cream. It is not. It is not. Nina, you just put it in your mouth, it just melts, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it was so good. And that pineapple ice cream, I was like, oh my gosh. I hit it place on the head. What year was that? That might have been maybe in 2008 or 2009 when I was down there. So I don't know if it's still there, but it should be. I didn't know there were so many different types of pineapples. Because you can actually go on a tour, and they have little sticks with the thing that says, this is this type of pineapple, this row. Like if you go to an apple orchard and you see the different signs and the different rows for the different apples, that's how it was for the pineapples. I didn't know it was only doing type of pineapples. Because here, pineapples is a pineapple. It was so good. Oh my gosh. I know I always say this when I do a dark lip. My lips are naturally crooked. I'm on my lip line. But I do try to get it straight. But I think I'm going to put a gloss on. Or not. That was a really nice trip. And it was nice staying with her and her family. And going where the locals go. Doing what they do. And when I go places, that's what I say. Like, where do the people hang out? When I went to Louisiana, which was weird to me, the energy down there is just weird to me, like spiritually. So I was asking, like, people who worked at the hotel, I'm like, where do y'all go eat? It was a hole in the wall place where if you're not from the hood, you would be scared to go in there. The food was so friggin' good. I was like, oh my gosh, this is delicious. This is it, y'all. This is the look. I was going to put a gloss on, but I'm not. I don't know what to call this. Playing around with graphic liner. And it's okay because we got a black lip. I do want to put that Notoriously Morbid on. Thank you, Monique. I love this liquid lipstick. Man. Excuse me. Hole in the wall places. And food trucks. I don't know what they be doing in them trucks. I don't know if it's because it's fresher. Because they make it when you order it. I don't know. Even though they're supposed to do that at restaurants, a lot of time it's stuff that's prepackaged. And all they got to do is sit it in boiling water to make it hot. Or add sauce to it or something. There was a halal food truck in Wilmington near the VA hospital. And when I would go for my appointments on my way home, I would always stop there and get lunch to bring home. Food trucks. Oh, it'd be so good. I love this. Okay, y'all. Heather, I will be seeing you on Instagram. We're going to knock this collab out. I do have thoughts, and I'm excited. And if any of you are on Instagram and do looks, Creative Art with Heart collab is a lot of fun. It takes me out of my comfort zone. It motivates me to try new things. And I've been doing looks that I'm just like, what the hell? But we did it. Used to work at Ruby too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stuff comes in bags and you just thaw it out. Right? So this is, I kind of wish I left the lip. Thank you, Nina. I do too. But because it is, I'm thinking I should have left it black. Like just without the lippy on it, but from certain angles because it looks editorial. Tanya needs some finessing because like this is jagged, this is tapered, this side is not. But yeah, and that's what this teaches me, and this is why I encourage y'all to try new things, because then it's like, okay, next time I know to do this, or maybe use a thinner brush or pay more attention to get the shapes the same, because I like this kind of hook here, but then this one doesn't have it. Surprisingly, this top white line and that white line came out okay. And I do like the gray that we put just right here. And I'm glad that we did asymmetrical. The black line out here and here. The blue out here, the blue out here. The purple out in here, the blue out here. That ain't blue, that's purple. And the red dot, Monique. Yes, you missed the blush. What is the blush? The blush is Pomelo Peach that we picked at random. And so I do like it. And so this does encourage me to, well, it helps me learn. And that encourages me to one day do it again and be like, oh yeah, I did that look. And it was nice, but it can be better. And so even just being able to say it looks nice, that gives me hope. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so we're going to go. Damn, it's been over an hour again, y'all. I keep swearing we're not going to be here long. So we are going to go. thank you for being here, watching me experiment with graphic liner, not even knowing what we were going to do. And thank you to those of you who were here early for the first 20 minutes when we were just trying to figure out stuff. Sleep well, Tanya. I'm gonna head to my sofa and put on a movie and just lounge and take my pain med. But so I do appreciate y'all being here, hanging out with me, especially not knowing what the topic was going to be. And I'm kind of wondering if that's why more people didn't show up. But usually we're about this number, maybe like 5 more. But thank you, Monique. Yeah, you got your, that's for you right there. That's for Monique right there. I be listening to y'all. So we are going to go. Thank you so much. Next, I don't have a topic for next Monday, but I'm going to do a members only poll and see what the members say. You don't like washing your face at night if you love your eye look. Just redo it the next day, Dawn. We know you got enough makeup to keep Dawn looks. And so I'm going to do a members only poll and see what we're going to do, because I still have a list of stuff. And the poll items come from a list of stuff that the members said before when I asked what are some things, excuse me, that they would like to see. So we will have a topic for next Monday, and I am going to dig into the Grunge Life palette between now and then. And Heather, if you're still here, this is what I'm going to use. I'm pretty sure this is what I'm going to use for the Creative Art with Heart collab. But y'all know I always run through a palette when I first get it, and we only have 12 shades in here. We had 16 in Unearthly Aura, and we did 3 looks and knocked all that out. So this will be easy. But I'm excited to dig into it. But now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. Yeah. But this is what I'm going to use, I believe, for that look. And I'm excited to get to it. And members, stay tuned. I think I was watching the replay thinking it was live. This one that you're in right now? Heather, you need a nap. Let me bring your comment back. What'd you say? You think you were watching a replay thinking it was alive. This look? Oh. Maybe because when you came in, I was already doing the liner. Maybe that's why you thought that. I don't know. Because we didn't start the liner look till probably like 30 minutes in. The first part was just doing the base face and doing that. Huh. You can't rewind a live though until it's over, and then YouTube automatically converts it to a video. But I have noticed if I'm watching a live on my phone, me too, Heather, girl. There was a time when I was like, I should just, put something in the community tab. I'm not going to make it. And then I'm like, you know what? No, because I don't want to get in the habit of missing stuff. And then I'm going to feel bad. And I need to keep my routine. You know what I mean? And then I do really like to do lives on Mondays. And so I'm like, let me just push through. Because then I said, I'm going to take a couple sips of Mountain Dew. When my peoples come in, I'm going to be like, yeah, what's up? And so, yes, it was just getting here. But it was a rough day. It was rough. Why is this liner over here? Oh, that's not open yet. I don't know what I was saying. But we're going to go. Thank you for being here. Oh, we're doing a quick giveaway. If you want to try the Clinique Hydration Moisture Surge 100-hour auto replenishing hydrator, leave a comment below. So you're going to come back after the live is over and just leave a comment what your favorite facial moisturizer is. I had a sample of this free for my birthday month, and the more days I used it, thank you, Heather, the more days I used it, the more dry and itchy my face got. Like by the 3rd day, I'm like, why is my skin so dry? And I'm like, this damn. But by then I had purchased it because the first 2 days I used it, it felt really nice. But then by the 3rd and 4th day, my skin started getting dried out, and I didn't want to return it. So this is brand new. Because I was just like, oh, this is great. It wasn't great. So this is brand new. So when this converts to a video, just come back. You don't have to watch it. Just like click pause and leave a comment what your favorite moisturizer is. And then I'll use the random generator. We're only going to leave it open for a week. Actually, this will close on Sunday. The giveaway I have open now ends tomorrow. And so we're just going to keep this open for 1 week. So if you want to win this, come back, leave a comment what your favorite moisturizer is and why, because that may help somebody else who reads comments, what it is and why. And that'll be for one of you. So we're really going to go. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your time. I thank y'all for being here. Y'all do motivate me. Y'all keep me on my toes. And I appreciate the feedback and everything. So all of you have a good night. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me very soon. Good night, everybody. Didn't mean to poke you in the eye.